In terms of the weather, I really haven't. 20-some years around the NFL, I really haven't. I've been part of some wind and some rain. I think we had all but sun today. We had some lightning, some thunder, and a lot of snow and wind. So, but again, I thought the guys really stuck it out and adjusted the game plan throughout the day. The weather changed. This wasn't the weather we quite expected last night when we went to bed and woke up, and then we were able to adjust pretty quickly here. Well, field position. That was big in this game, Jerry, with the conditions the way they were. Felt confident in our defense if we were able to pin them deep that we could get off the field and get the ball back, which we were able to do. Well, he is from Pittsburgh area, so that bodes well. So Harrisburg area, yeah. So he's a PA guy. I remember watching that game actually on film a few years ago. So I was just waiting for him to rip one off, and he did. So it was good to see. Yeah, I mean, we did some good things. I thought the hardest part is probably calling a game in those types of situations, because you want to be able to, and you're so used to, on certain down and distances throwing the football, and you've got to kind of make sure we play a good, smart game, as opposed to, okay, let's go get the first down. Rather, let's make sure we've got field position. And then you had the wind going one direction pretty significantly, and then it would stop and go the other direction. So I thought the coordinators, all three of them, did a great job of just really managing the game from that standpoint. And then, as you mentioned, LaShawn, his day was big. That's huge. Yes, that's huge. I mean, to be able to run the ball, the way we were able to run it. We did get some chunks in there, and then we just stayed after it, and that's really where the game was won up front. And even on Joe's long pass, to Deontay there, that was a big-time play in these types of conditions, and Joe was able to have time in the pocket to get it done. So well done. Well, I give credit to Brandon Bean and his staff. Obviously, I was there in Carolina with Joe, so I knew Joe a little bit there, but just overall, great win. A lot of hands involved in this win here, and as you heard me mention earlier, with all just getting this place ready to play, and the fans. What more could you say? These guys came out here sleeping overnight in this type of weather the night before, and then sticking with us through 4 quarters, and then overtime was awesome. And then, as you mentioned, Sal, I mean, Joe Webb. We're down to our third quarterback, and what a gutsy performance. Had some key first down conversions with his feet, and then had a couple with his arm as well. So big time performance. Yeah, I thought that was. I thought he executed well. I thought Rick called a good game as far as that goes, and we got the ball to Kelvin in matchup situations there, which was big for us before half. There wasn't a whole lot of the ball moving prior to that on their side or our side. So I thought that was key to score before half, and that type of drive, that type of execution in those type of conditions was pretty impressive. I thought Matt did, and then he and Ramon combined for some really good play from our linebacking position. The communication, the way we had to communicate, the way we were challenged, just with the communication was big also, and Preston Brown does a really good job of that, along with our safeties. But it all starts up front. If we play well up front, you're going to give yourself more than not a chance to win. So our defensive line, I thought, did a good job as well. No, I thought they made the right call. It was 2 plays in a row that they ran the same type of play, and I thought they did a good job. I thought it was. I mean, when I could see across the field to the other side of the stadium, it was about midway through the second quarter where it died down slightly for a small point in time there, and I could actually then see the crowd across from me, which was awesome.